Saludos de nuevo, gente, sed bienvenidos de nuevo al canal de Este Pario. Aquí estamos de nuevo con todos vosotros en Kingdom Come Deliverance. Bueno, pues debido a cuestiones pues más que nada derivadas del trabajo, pues no he podido subir durante mucho tiempo y he tenido que subir pues unos cuantos vídeos de traca de golpe y bueno, pues vamos a observar un poquito que en este castillo, ¿vale? Bueno, pues estamos aquí y tenemos que hablar con conseguir robar. Mi pueblo fue atacado por soldados extranjeros y masacraron a mucha gente. Ya sabemos que estos soldados de la estepa tan temibles atacaron nuestro pueblo y bueno, pues por lo tanto lo que vamos a hacer va a consistir en intentar ver ¿qué demonios está pasando aquí? Fijaos, este mártir de aquí. Yo pensaba que era un sistema de tortura, pero resulta que debe ser una especie de mártir santo, porque hay alguien aquí rezando. Pero en fin, bueno, vamos a hablar con Sir Robert.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Muy bien. Sir Davis de Talmberg. Bueno, este hombre, Alberto IV de Habsburgo, un conde austriaco, hijo de Albert II. Bueno, son familias dinásticas que, como digo, es muy complicado. Estas familias dinásticas son sumamente complicadas. Vamos a intentar, bueno, pues alimentarnos de algo en la cocina. Vamos a comer algo. Tenemos el diario. Ir a la cocina con Sir Robert. Ir a la cocina. Pues bueno, seguimos al hombre este. Y aquí en la parte baja tenemos un comedor donde habrá un montón de comida, ¿vale? Ahí estamos. Estamos muy derrotados después del viaje.
You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
Lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojana here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear. Aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the outer bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robert. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, my lady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
Bueno, pues ha habido un pequeño desliz.
You can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Bueno, ahora hablaremos con la cocinera. Bueno, esta señora le podremos comprar comida y tal, me supongo. Lo que veo que estamos muy machacados. Bueno, un puré de lentejitas que nos va a venir muy bien para ahora me lo como, ¿vale? Bueno, vamos a comeros un puré. El puré de lentejas. El puré, bueno, pues es una especie de pasta, sopa. Un poco más espesa que la sopa, eso sí. El puré es un poquito más espesito. Y está muy rico. Vamos a comer también el quesito. Tenemos ganas de dormir y ganas de comer. Estamos muy hambrientos. Bueno, pues me voy a comer los quesos. Y cogiendo todo lo que podáis, ¿vale? Por ahí. El pollito también se podrá cocinar. Y estamos derrotadísimos. Vamos, estamos muy cansados, ¿vale? Bueno, aquí pone un poco sobre la cocina. Bien, pero vamos a intentar comer un poco más. Vamos a comer un poquito más. Pato asado.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Bueno, ya hemos comido bastante, Henry. Todo esto habremos comido muy mucho, ¿vale? Casi estamos comiéndonos todo lo que hay en la cocineta, pero es que hay que hacerlo. Bueno, una patita de pollo. Estamos muy hambrientos. Vale, ahora sí que estamos más o menos saciadetes. ¿Veis cómo pone la imagen del cerdito? Eso que estamos más o menos saciados. Demasiada comida.
You're that lad from Skalice. What in heaven's name happened there?
Señorita, ¿me deja pasar usted?
Oh,
I'm sorry, but it's too hard for me to talk about.
I understand. It must have been terrible.
Hmm.
Why don't you go and get yourself some rest?
Bueno, vamos a descansar un poquito. Y vamos a dormir aquí, ¿vale? Yo, respecto a Edad Media, pues bueno, también me estoy descargando el Age of Empires 2 y el Age of Empires 1, que creo que el Age of Empires, el 2 era el de la Edad Media y el 1 era un poco más rollo antigüedad. Pero bueno, también parece estar bastante bien. Vamos a dormir un poco. Esto es muy rollo Sims. Pues bueno, algunas necesidades que va teniendo el personaje a lo largo de la aventura, pues bueno, las vamos supliendo, ¿no? Comida, descanso. Vamos a intentar descansar, por ejemplo, unas... no sé. Hasta la mañana, va. Unas 10 horas. Habremos hecho además la digestión. Recordad que comer mucho también puede hacer que te llenes. Así que mucho cuidado. Alguien toca la puerta.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady. No, not at all.
Madre mía, cómo nos han dejado la cara para el arrastre.
What brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady. Thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Bueno, vamos a la pestaña de opciones. Contar la historia del ataque.
Might be right.
Vamos a intentar abrirnos.
I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Vamos a ver.
I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening. But our meeting was never to happen.
Oh dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik.
Bueno, Sir Radzik vino a buscar la espada. Vamos a un poco más noble. Esto es nobleza.
The praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Vi un humo en el horizonte. Cumanos en el ejército de Segismundo.
Cavalry was composed of Cumans. They're diabolical barbarians from the east, with no regard for the rules of warfare. Bloodthirsty.
Los esteparios.
The very fact Sigismund has them with him shows what a tyrant he is.
Well, I don't know.
And then death.
Bueno, ahí hemos fallado.
Skalice.
La gente de Skalice. Vi cómo asesinaban a la... Mataron a mi madre y a mi padre.
She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, of knights in full armor, saw Father and charged at him, cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. He murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbors to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save
Y por eso estamos en este
Men
pueblo.
on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Los cumanos estaban sacando el pueblo. Corrí por mi vida.
My life depended on it, which it did. But my guardian angel watched over me and I made
Sí, bueno, escapar es lo normal, ¿no?
It's as well you did. The Lord be praised.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Bueno, nos hemos desahogado un poco.
How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors he went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish.
Bueno, perdón, me voy a quitar
Divish was a lot older.
una chaquetilla que me he puesto esta mañana para ir al hospital porque voy a trabajar allí. Y ahora hace calor. Lo que pasa es que hacía bastante fresco esta mañana. Bueno, voy a poner un poco más fresco en casa. Un poquito más.
Who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pregislavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
Pues ya está. Estamos hablando con esta noble, esta señorita.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king, and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone, and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my
Madre mía,
husband
pedazo de
once more.
discurso, colega.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Están aquí consolándose y
And after
desahogándose,
7
claro.
years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
Bueno, es más o menos como nosotros que estamos aquí encerrados también.
Beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep.
Bueno, parece que nos tratan aquí bastante bien, ¿no?
I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night.
Pero el entretenimiento ahora va a ser durante poco rato, porque digamos que ahora en las almenas van a ver algo, hay un avistamiento. Y por lo tanto, bueno, este descanso va a ser muy poco. Hemos comido un poco, hemos dormido, pero ahora viene entrada la noche. Que bueno, también se ha preocupado mucho por nosotros esta mujer, esta señorita. La señorita... no me acuerdo ahora del nombre. No me acuerdo ahora del nombre. Esto es una pesadilla. Digamos que el monstruo que pasó el Skalice va a estar persiguiendo a Henry durante toda la aventura, ¿vale? Obviamente, bueno, pues no es plato de buen gusto lo que ha pasado y entonces Henry cree que podría haberlo hecho mejor, pero no se podía haber hecho nada. De hecho, los padres, estoy seguro de que ellos también sabían en el fondo que había pasado el ataque cumano, que ellos también sabían que no se podía hacer nada, pero bueno, pues Henry aún así, bueno, pues a ver, está bastante jodido, es más que obvio, pero no se podría haber hecho tampoco gran cosa. Y ha sido bastante valiente el chavalín de haber salvado, por ejemplo, a Teresa de una violación, ¿no? Y bueno, pues vamos a ver, aquí no tenemos ganzúas. Estaría gracioso tener ganzúas. Vamos a ver por aquí. Sí que me voy a llevar esta antorcha, porque las antorchas, bueno, pues vienen muy bien, porque son como las linternas de la Edad Media. Y ahora que es de noche y hay lluvia, pues nos viene muy bien para iluminar las estancias, ¿vale? Cuando estamos en el exterior. Obviamente los interiores siempre, quieras o no, tienes una luz u otra, ¿vale? Pero aquí, bueno, pues ahora está lloviendo bastante, hay una borrasca bastante interesante. Vamos a tener que ir a las almenas y hablar con los guardias y a ver qué está pasando. Aunque ya nos podemos imaginar, ¿no? Bueno, vamos a ir hablando con los guardias. ¿Qué está pasando?
Sigismund, who else? That bastard conquered Skalice, and now he's come to take Talmberg.
Vale, vienen aquí los cumanos, esos bárbaros de las estepas, a los que les daremos pal pelo, no os preocupéis. Es cuestión de tiempo que lo hagamos. Vamos a hablar primero con este noble. Bueno, Sir Divis. No se puede.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for attack. Quickly, do you understand?
Aquí va a haber tomate, vale. Bueno, pues vamos a allá.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalice.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalice to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Good luck to you.
Bueno, un poco jodida la situación, ¿eh? Mirad, ahí están. Pero son buenos, no os preocupéis.
Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minion. Who else, Rama?
Sir Ansig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Dimish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Ravtic, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though. A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these.
Buah, qué jodidos están, pobres.
If Sigismund should come,
Están machacados.
better bend your knees.
Es que estos vienen
No point
de
dying in the
Skalice, del pueblo que ha sido arrasado.
You're right there.
Muchos se pudieron salvar, por suerte.
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalice.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Dimish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Hovel of Balding.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable.
Bueno,
Farewell.
ya veis.
Farewell, friend.
Queremos enterrar a nuestros padres, pero nos tienen aquí encerrados.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too.
No vamos a poder escapar de aquí. Al menos hasta que se calmen las cosas. Porque claro, tenemos que pensar que no solo hay cumanos, sino que hay bandidos y demás ralea de este estilo. Ya que es un pueblo arrasado y seguramente haya allí alguien liando la parda. Pero claro, nuestra moral nos impide el dejar que mueran y se pudran allí.
Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalice people, now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled. Report everything to me at once. Understood?
Vamos a ver un poco más. ¿Quién puede ayudar?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done to me.
Splendid. Don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Bueno, vale, vamos a ir hablando. Ahora lo que hay que hacer es ir hablando con los guardias.
Good day to you. What do you need? What do you think about
Hay que hablar con un tío.
Fortune smiled on him, that's for certain. Sigismund must be seething with rage.
Just a shame fortune didn't smile on all of them.
Oh, shit. Sorry. And you know Sir Radzig Kobyla?
I wouldn't say I know him. I've seen him a few times. Why do you ask?
He must be a fine lord. Takes such good care of every one of his serfs.
Surely all the lords do that.
Ah, I could tell you some stories.
About Sedidus.
Jesus, no. I didn't mean it like that. Just that I heard stories from other soldiers that would make the skin crawl.
I see.
Bueno, vamos a... Hay que hablar con un guardia ahora. Ahí está este.
Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's...
Vamos a descansar un poquito. Esperar hasta la mañana, vale. Bueno, vamos a esperar unas 6 horas, ¿vale? Por ejemplo, 6 horas. Y a ver si ya se hace de día y bueno, pues... Ahí está. Muy bien. Ya... Y parece que suenan trompetas de fondo. Y no es que sea el apocalipsis, sino que más bien es un ataque que están preparando a un capullo, vale. Vamos a ver de qué se trata. Pero por lo que podemos ver hay un ataque, sí. Vamos a prepararnos para lo peor. No podremos hacer mucho. A ver. Ay, eso es. Bueno, ha llegado el buen tiempo. Después de la tempestad viene la calma. Está todo el pueblo buscando a ver qué hay por ahí. Y fijaos lo que hay. Este es el que mata a nuestro padre. Fijaos. Uno de estos cabrones. Este que se acerca es el que mató a nuestros padres. El del caballo. Este hijo de puta es el que los mató.
Lord of Talmberg. That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalice and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Segismundo of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt.
Este es el jefe de los tártaros, de los de la estepa, ¿vale?
Wenceslao IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalice mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
Ay, charla entre la nobleza.
The Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalice. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle where he has little chance of defense to another where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here. and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Se mantiene neutral.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there's little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Muy bien, pues nos salvamos por un pelo de un calo. O sea, vamos, por nada. Y ya, vamos, ya está. Nos hemos salvado. Y ahora tendríamos que ir afuera hacia Skalice a enterrar a nuestros padres, pero va a ser complicado. Pero vamos, nos hemos salvado por los pelos. Fijaos, cómo se queda Henry. Sabe quién ha sido el cabrón que acaba de cargarse a su pueblo y a sus padres. El calvo este cabrón. Bueno, vamos a ver. Lo que tendríamos que hacer es hablar con esta gente ahora. ¿Qué sabéis acerca de los cumanos? ¿A Hungría? Vamos a buscar un poco de información sobre los bárbaros.
The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
Vamos a decirle que vas a Skalice.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Bueno, vamos a decir que he de enterrar a mis padres. Si estuvierais en mi pellejo haríais lo mismo.
Sir Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Bueno, vamos a... Pero bueno, el ataque a Skalice, pues bueno, fue un poco duro. Bastante duro. Vamos a... A ver, tenemos que escapar de aquí como sea. Enterrar a tus seres queridos. Ir a por vuestro caballo en el establo. Salir del castillo. Oh, pero esto es opcional. Sería opcional el hecho de coger el caballo. Pero yo voy a intentar cogerlo, que no sé ni dónde puñetas están los establos. Pero bueno, pues estamos aquí en este pueblecito. Que la cosa podría haber sido mucho peor. Podría haberse liado bastante parda. Comemos un poco del caldero. Y bueno, es lo que os digo. La cosa podría haber sido aún bastante más cruda de lo que ha sido, ¿vale? O sea, nos podrían haber matado prácticamente. Pero parece que por alguna extraña razón nos hemos logrado salvar. Así que vamos a esperar un poquito. Guardamos partida, ¿vale? Y en el siguiente vídeo lo que haremos... Bueno, vamos a hacerlo ahora. Vamos a intentar escapar de aquí hablando con el guarda. Lo primero hay que hablar con este tío. Necesito salir de aquí.
And I need a feather bed with a comely bench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate. And you especially are not to be let out.
Es que no sabéis quién soy. Si Robert me ha dado permiso.
Not any longer. I have vital information
espera.
from Sir Divish's spies. The fate of the Skalitz people depends on it. Sir Robard ordered me to leave immediately, so let me out quickly.
A likely story. Better clear off before I lose my temper.
He de enterrar a mis padres.
My mother and father were left in Skalice like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
¿Qué tenéis en mente?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I...
Una armadura.
If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
Alright, I'll have a look around for something.
Bueno, lo primero de todo es que en el siguiente vídeo hablaremos un poquito de este pueblo, porque hay que hacer un par de cosas antes de irnos. Y de paso, bueno, vamos a guardar la partida. Muchísimas gracias por haber estado, lo dicho, de nuevo conmigo en mi canal. Y deciros que nos veremos en la siguiente. Iremos a Skalice. Chao, chao.